Good morning. It is the first day of Vlogmas. Is everybody ready for it? Alright guys, I have quite a few finished items that I'm really thrilled about. I'm hoping that the sound will carry without the mic. We shall see. I've been making a few hats here and there. Got a couple knitted hats, and this is using the most of it's the Lion brand, either Thick and Quick or Hometown. Like these are the Hometown. There's two of them. In the this one is in River Run. This one I don't remember what the color is. Another River one. Another River Run. And whatever this is, maybe it's just navy. For some reason I keep thinking there was a navy in there. And then I made one of Crystal's bonbon hats. And you know how whenever I follow her tutorials, if I use the hook she does, this happens. I didn't even pay attention to the hook size. I just grabbed my eye hook. I know better that for me the hat needs to be, like if she's using a high hook, I need to use an H hook. So, but that's okay. There'll be somebody that's got a big head or big hair for the hat not hate. Right? And then I had two of these in this mustardy yellow color done. Can't remember the name of the color. It escapes me. And I don't know where the tags are right now. It's like Destin or something. It's a discontinued color. But it's something I had in my stash because I decided I needed to just go and let the flow and finish that. Now, those are the only finished items I have, other than I've been working on some more bags. I have Christmas bags that are going to be coming up. A couple of these are just the over-the-arm bags. Sorry, allergies. That lovely tickle. Some of the over-the-arm bags that you just slip over your arm and you can continue to knit or crochet with. They're a little bit smaller. The interfacing is a lighter weight interfacing, so it's a really soft bag. More like just plain material. You know, 2 layers of material. So, that is it. As for whips, I didn't work anything on that Tunisian blanket. And that was the only whip that I was really working on, because I've decided I'm going to do one at a time to try to get things finished. We know how well that goes, right? And that's it for that. I did get a couple of acquisitions. I had gone to Ben Franklin yesterday, and I have a little clip that I'm going to insert in a little bit. It's maybe 40 seconds long of the difference in the store. I know a long time ago I'd taken you in. When you got back to where the fabric area was, right off to the right was yarn. And I mean, they had a good selection of yarn. Don't get me wrong. And then fabrics, but it was kind of dark back there and you couldn't see well. So they have changed that a lot. They have moved the yarn up a little bit more forward where they had all the wreath making things, bows, flowers, those kind of things. They got rid of some of the primitives, and they used to have like 3 or 4 rows of Yankee Candle. Now they've got, I think, 1.5 rows of the Yankee Candles available. So they've expanded that yarn section. Then they opened up where the yarn had been in the past. They opened that up to fabric and brighter lights, and It's stunning because you can actually see the fabric without trying to hide. But while I was there, I saw this beautiful yarn, and this is Fair Isle by Red Heart, and the name of this is Jingle. And you know, they just have the usual picture on it of the other. It would have been nice if they'd had one with the jingle, but I thought, you know, I want to try to make me a Christmas hat and a scarf, because I don't have a Christmas hat and scarf, really. So I thought I would do that for me. And you know, Joann's had those big doorbusters, and they had the big twist in their holiday colors. Well, I had ordered Wednesday night the speckled. I had ordered 3 speckled and then 3 of the striped with the gold. I got a notice Sunday night, that I could go pick it up because I'd ordered curbside. But they had canceled part of my order, so I didn't get any of the speckled. And I was real disappointed. But I did get 3 of the big twist holiday in the red, green, white solid with the stripe and those little gold flecks in it. So that's absolutely beautiful. So did get that. Was absolutely thrilled that I was able to get something of what I wanted. And yeah, so I did get that. Now, I got some happy mail, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. Yesterday morning on my way out to Ben Franklin, I stopped at the post office because I had some packages to mail off. Mailed them off, and Audrey says to me, "Do you want your package, Jane?" I said, "What package?" She goes, "There's a package back here that's been here since last Wednesday. Or Thursday or something like that." She goes, "It's been here for a couple of days." I said, "Well, I haven't gotten any notice or a key. How would I know it was here?" So she goes back and brings it out to me. And, you know, she makes this comment about, yeah, the hired help they got's, you know, not real wonderful. And I kind of said, "Well, where's Mavis?" Well, Mavis went to visit family. So. And Mavis, she hates working the front, and she loves working in the back, putting everything out, you know, that kind of stuff. So it was kind of funny, you know, that she did that. But I happened to get a box of Happy Mail, and this came from Tina in Texas. And there is a note, but I'm not going to read the note to you. Let me get this yarn out because it's gorgeous. Basically, she told me she had this in her stash, hoped I could use it. If not, you know, maybe I knew somebody that could. But this one is called Jamboree. And it is the Yarn Bee Sugar Bee. And look at those colors. And I know someone who's going to want this. My son, I made that shawl for him in a lot of these colors, but I didn't have enough to make a hat, so I'll be able to make him a hat. And he's going to be thrilled with that. And this one is Marbled Marzipan, and it is also in the sugar wheel. Look at those colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I do know somebody. And she also sent Citrus Parade. And I have to tell you, when I saw this one, I immediately thought of what it needs to be turned into. And there are 2 of those in the Citrus Parade. So, I think I'm going to work on an Erigenia shawl. Oh my goodness, Tina. I had made a comment about the sea turtles. Look at that. She sent me some sea turtles. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then also a couple of fat quarters. This one is the dinosaurs. And this one has the dogs. There are two dinosaurs. Footballs. Kitty cats. And some more dogs. And you know what? I'm really grateful you sent those. We've just started getting in a lot of the fat quarters again in our area, which are really hard to find. So, the fat quarters are actually going to go for kids' masks. I've had a couple of people ask for some kids' masks, so I'll be making a couple of those. But primarily I am out of the mask business because I am tired of making masks. I just am. The last time I was in here, they did not have this big a yarn area. In fact, this was the area where they had the wreaths and bows and flowers. So it's really enlarged quite a bit. And in a minute, we'll go back to where the fabrics are and you can see how large that's grown. Now they opened up the fabric area and you can see how much lighter it is. And all those pretty fabrics. Right there's where the yarn used to be. So, pretty cool. Pretty neat how large it's gotten, how bright it is. But I do a couple of special requests every now and then. Alright, are you ready for some what in Tarnation? I hope you are. First one is Hawaii offers free round trips for remote workers. The state of Hawaii announced it is offering free round trip tickets to Honolulu to people who work remotely and are willing to dedicate some of their time toward contributing to the community. The temporary residency program, dubbed Movers and Shakas, in reference to the Hawaiian hand gesture, often interpreted as hang loose, offers people who work remotely online the chance to do their jobs from the comforts of the tropical state. Applications for the first group of temporary residents are being accepted through December the 15th. 50 people will be chosen for the first group of movers and shakas. Or maybe it's shakas. Subsequent applicants will be accepted to the program on a rolling basis, officials said in a news release. Hawaii currently has the lowest rate per capita of COVID infections in the country, also making it one of the safest places to live and work. Applicants for the program are being asked to promise to respect the state's cultural and natural resources. Officials said the accepted applicants will be asked to dedicate some of their time to local businesses and nonprofits. What an excellent program. We wanted to help fill the gap from the decrease we've experienced in the 7-day visitors to our state, said Jason Higa, CEO of FCH Enterprises, one of the program's sponsors. Now that many people have chosen to have the choice to work remotely, there's an opportunity for former local residents to return home and for out-of-state individuals and families to live and work from Hawaii for a longer period of time. We believe this program will attract many former Hawaii residents and professionals seeking a safe, warm environment to continue living their normal lives while contributing to the Hawaii community. And there's a link so you can go and see a little bit more about that, maybe apply. Meteors, we're full of them. Meteor over Japan compared to the brightness of a full moon. A meteor that streaked across the night sky in Japan ended with a flash of light that witnesses compared to the brightness of a full moon. Witnesses reported the fireball was seen illuminating the night sky across Japan about 1:35 a.m. Sunday, and the object was caught on video in various locations across the country. Takeshi Uno, director of the Kashi Municipal Planetarium in Hyogo Prefecture, said the fireball was classified as a bolide, an unusually bright meteor. We believe the last burst of light was as bright as the full moon. And there's video where you can see the different locations where the meteor was shown. Now, I know I didn't talk about this last week, but you know in Utah there was this 10-foot monolith that showed up in the middle of the desert, and nobody had a clue who put it there, where it came from. It was actually embedded somewhat into the rock there. Officials, Utah's mysterious monolith has disappeared. That's right, it has disappeared. Nearly 2 weeks after it was first discovered in the rural Utah desert, the mysterious object dubbed the monolith has disappeared, according to officials. The Bureau of Land Management confirmed Sunday that the metallic tri-cornered beam found protruding from the earth in southern Utah was gone. We may not know if an extraterrestrial or earthling installed the monolith structure, but we can confirm that it has been taken by an unknown party or parties, the Bureau tweeted late Sunday. So, there is a tweet. Now, I do have a link to the tweet, I think, or to the BLM one. So you can actually see the pictures, and it looks like there are some tire truck marks. Excuse me. They say the Bureau tweeted pictures of tire tracks found near the monolith's former site and a triangle indent in the desert floor where it once stood. It said on Saturday that it had received credible reports of its removal. The three-sided 10 to 12-foot beam was first sighted November 18th by members of the Aero Bureau who were counting bighorn sheep from a helicopter, and its discovery garnered national and international attention and theories as to how it became planted in the public lands of Utah. The Bureau confirmed the installation's mysterious disappearance during a visit to the site on Saturday, explaining in a statement that someone over Friday night had removed the illegally installed structure. The BLM did not remove the structure, which had been recently discovered on public lands in the Monticello field office. The BLM said it was investigating who was behind the installation when it was removed, as development on public lands must be approved by the Bureau and adhere to applicable laws. Well, they didn't the first time. Do you think they would the second time? We recognize the incredible interest the monolith has generated worldwide. Many have been enjoying the mystery and view it as a welcome distraction from the 2020 news cycle. No kidding. Even so, it was installed without authorization on public lands, and the site is in a remote area without services for the large number of people who now want to see it. But you can't now. Visitors who flocked to the monolith parked on vegetation and left human waste. In the undeveloped area that lacks restrooms and parking lots, the Bureau said. It has requested that visitors not attempt to visit the site as it has no cell service and is only accessible by high-clearance vehicles, and an unknown number of passenger vehicles attempting to access the site had become stuck and required a tow, the Monticello field office said, adding that driving off designated roads is illegal. Whenever you visit public lands, please follow the Leave No Trace principles on federal and local laws and guidance. Now, my husband read a different story, and he said that actually in the story they could see where someone had peed when they were picking up the monolith nearby, and it also left a note saying, "So long, suckers." So, who knows? Canadian Army promotes polar bear to honorary master corporal. The Canadian Army celebrated the 5th birthday of a beloved polar bear at the Toronto Zoo by giving the animal a promotion to honorary master corporal. The zoo announced Brigadier General Conrad Malkowski, commander of the 4th Canadian Division and Joint Task Force Central, visited the zoo to bestow Juno the bear with the rank of honorary master corporal. Juno was born on Remembrance Day, the Canadian holiday for honoring armed forces. Who died in the line of duty and was named in honor of the Canadian landings on Juno Beach in World War II. Sorry guys, I can hear something in the background. We are truly honored that the Canadian Army has promoted Juno to Master Corporal as she continues to be an outstanding ambassador for her counterparts in the wild. Juno and the other polar bears that call the Toronto Zoo home play an integral role in educating our guests about the direct impact of climate change and the loss of sea ice that directly impacts polar bears in the wild. However, polar bears have been continuing to increase in numbers. So, that would say that the climate change doesn't affect them that much. You gotta remember the name for polar bear, the genus name is Ursula, which actually means sea bear. This next one, I wish there was video or a picture, but there isn't. It's just the story. Deer steals hunter's gun, flees into woods. A hunter in the Czech Republic was charged by a deer that snagged the man's gun on its antlers and fled into the woods with the weapon, police said. Police in the South Bohemian region said a hunter contacted authorities to recount the story of how he lost his gun while hunting near the village of Horny Plana. The man said one of the hunting dogs in his group startled a stag in a wooded area, causing the panicked deer to run directly toward him. The deer's antler ripped the man's sleeve and ended up snagging his .22 Hornet rifle, which had been slung over his left hand at the time. The animal ran off into the woods with the hunter's unloaded gun still attached to its antlers, the man told police. Police said another hunter reported spotting a deer with a rifle dangling from its antlers more than half a mile from the scene. Investigators said the hunter was required to report the loss of the rifle under the Czech Republic's Firearms and Ammunitions Act. You would think that the other hunter would have snagged a picture. I mean, seriously. Alright, that's it for What in Tarnation. Now, I do have a sale that is going on in the Etsy shop for bags. Right now, through Saturday, all the bags are 15% off. And of course, if you order more than $35, you do get free shipping. And since you've stayed that long, we're going to do a D-Stash giveaway. And in that D-Stash giveaway is some Red Heart Gumdrop. And there are 2 balls of this. It is called Rock Candy. Isn't that gorgeous? And there are 2. And yes, they are the same thing. And here are the rules for it. It is open worldwide to anyone who can receive gifts, raffles, giveaways from the U.S. You have to be 18 to enter. You do have to be a subscriber, and I will check. And this will run through tomorrow. So you have a chance to get 2 skeins of yarn, or 2 balls of yarn. I think they'd make some lovely hats, lovely baby sweater, all kinds of things. So it runs through tomorrow. YouTube, Red Heart, no one is sponsoring this except myself. It is taken out of my stash. So, yeah, just leave a comment. Doesn't matter what the comment is, except keep it clean. Nothing naughty, okay? And I tell you, I'm getting tired of having to delete those sex links that someone keeps leaving. But that's okay. It's fine. I don't mind. Delete, block, then they come out under another name. So that's it. You have till tomorrow, let's say 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to leave a comment. Would appreciate it if you would like. Share the video. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. There's going to be a lot more content coming up. So, yeah. That's it for today. Everybody have a great day. And as always, remember to choose kindness. And let's try to love one another. Give each other some hugs and love when we can. As Dana said the other day, get some cootie hugs. I know I've been getting cootie hugs from my friends. So, alright, I'll see you again tomorrow, since it is Vlogmas. Everybody have a great day. Bye.